Hello and welcome to Professor No Inch's metric explanation. Okay, so we've got a little year back in the day, 1890s, in a little country called France. Okay, beautiful people of French. I'm slightly French myself. So, we've got the Earth, we've got the equator, we've got Paris. Not sure if they had the Arc de Triomphe back then, but they certainly didn't have the Eiffel Tower. So we've got the North Pole. Alright, and we've got the equator, and we've got this distance. It took them a while to work out exactly how far that is, but they got that. Alright, so this is the calculation our French friends came up with. They got 10 million, and they divided the equator, Paris, North Pole distance by 10 million, and the answer they came up with just happened to be 1 metre. Okay, and once they knew the metre, they could work everything else out from there. So what you're talking about generally depends the scale you're going to talk with. So let's talk about town to town. We're probably going to talk in thousands of metres. So we get our metre, and we times it by 1,000, and we get 1 km, kilometre. That's what we talk distances in, especially distances between towns, and speeds, kilometres per hour. Very useful measurement. Now if we want to go the other way, we just divide. So if I want to do some fine cabinetry or carpentry, I don't times it, I divide it, and this gives me my smaller units. So that is how I get to 1 millimetre. Another measurement you might have heard of that primary school maths teachers use is your metre divided by 100, and we call this a cm or a centimetre. But most people that talk in centimetres stop listening in maths class around year 6 of primary school, because no one in industry talks in centimetres, and I certainly don't want to. I try not to. So we talk kilometres and millimetres. Alright, so when we've got our metre, we can also then go and work out volumes and weights. So let's start with a metre that's in the formation of a cube. So we've got 1 metre, 1 metre, and 1 metre. Every direction a metre, it's a cube. So if we fill that with a product that they call in America water, we get the measurement that Americans call a metric tonne. But there's no need to say metric tonne, because why would you talk in anything else? Cubic metre of water equals a tonne. So that's simple, but if we want to talk volumes, we can talk that a cubic metre equals 1,000 litres. And that's what we measure liquids and volumes in. So 1,000 litres equals 1 kilolitre, or 1,000 litres. Now, if you had 1,000,000 litres, we'd just call it a megalitre. So, very simple system, our system. So, when we've got that, and we want to work the other way down, we want to buy some milk, or we want to buy some water, we've got to go the other way. So, let's get our cube, and this is 1,000 litres. Let's find out what 1 litre is. So, when we're working our way down, we'll start with our cubic metre, which is a tonne if it's full of water. If it's just full of volume, it's a cubic metre. So let's get our cubic metre, we divide that by 1,000. And we know that a metre is 1,000 millimetres on all sides, so we divide that by 1,000, we get a shape like this, which is 100 millimetres by 100 millimetres by 100 millimetres. And if you look here, I've drawn that to scale, and that equals 1 litre. And that's what we buy our products like milk in. Now this peculiar shaped item here is 2 litres of milk. So if that was expressed, it'd actually be 2 of those. So it'd be 100 by 100 by 200 would give me 2 litres. And that's basically what that shape is, give or take a few roundings and handlings. So it's about 200-ish high, it's about 100-ish wide by 100-ish, and hopefully, if the milk company did the right thing, there'll be 2 litres of milk in there. So if I had an internal combustion engine, let's say I've got a 4-cylinder car, the cylinders are about that big, there's 4 of them, okay, and they go up and down. I might have a 1.8 litre engine capacity, or sometimes if it's a small motor, people talk in cubic centimetres or cc's. So because it's very easy to convert between units in the metric system, this 1.8 litre engine would be 1800 cc's. But that's about the only time we use cubic centimetres. It's about the only time centimetres gets a mention in anything professional.